welcome back here to the PM Show Weekend Edition, ladies and gentlemen.
I wish. Anyway, she's got a beautiful mother too, and I want to say
That was Rebecca, by the way.
the women here.
The
Women here. Let's start with the Vice President Aaron, and then let's go from Aaron to Jen.
Another Vice President.
Who's your daughter, and then let's go to Courtney.
Courtney Red.
And then Rebecca. These are
Reba.
And I've been in the film business 54 years, and these are 4 of the prettiest things I have ever seen.
Could we do a show maybe called Conrad's Angels or something, and you could star the 4 of them in it? What do you think? You could produce something like that.
Yeah, but we don't want to call it Conrad's Angels.
I do. I think that'd be great.
Didn't that happen? Didn't we do that? So I had a great experience. I don't know how to explain it, but we've got all these calls, all these emails. So I think instead of telling you what I wanted to, I'll tell you anyway. So 2 to 4 weeks, I thought maybe this show would last because I'm not Rush Limbaugh, and I'm not
Sean Hannity.
No, Horn. What's his name? Is his name Horn? No, that's you.
That's me.
No,
yeah.
what's the guy, Mike, who does all the profanity and is always talking trash talk?
Howard Stern.
Yeah, Howard Stern. You know, and
Stern.
I don't critique those guys. That's their style, and I just said no. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk to people that like you and thank you for the career that you gave me. And it's been 3 wonderful years, and it's going to continue for as long as you guys want it. Now, I just hang in there, please, Gary and Keith and Brad and John. Just hang in there for.
We're hanging in on the phone lines, by the way. Our phone in the number, we do the show live on Thursdays at 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern, is 800-336-2225. 800-336-2225. And our email address is rconrad@crni.net.
Hey, thank you very much. I didn't get an opportunity. Usually I get up and dance, but I'm not ready to dance.
Really?
No, I'm a 7.5, almost an 8. I'm
That's
a 7.5.
pretty good.
That's real good. And I put my left hand up instead of dancing. Strange, but initially my first career was I was going to be a boxer. I was going to be the middleweight champion of the world. And the first fight I had was a draw. That was Roger Young. And then the first loss I had was Stanley Brzezinski. And when I fought Stanley, I was downstairs in the locker room, and I didn't know the fight was over. That's how hard he hit me.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then when I fought Johnny Leptine, which was the best fight because I remember that was a standing. We got a standing on that one. They were standing up, and I wasn't sure whose hand they'd lift. That's how tight the fight was.
Wow.
And John won it. And interestingly enough, I had beaten another guy earlier who was a great athlete, and his name's Herbert Cox. He's very much alive, and I spoke to him. He's living in Kansas now. And I beat Herbie, and that was a surprise. And so all of a sudden I see this guy in this bicycle and this other guy, right? Well, Herbie, God bless you, Herbie, if you're listening, was training Johnny Leptine to beat me.
Wow.
And guess what? It happened. So 29 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses, and a lot of fun. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's the end of my boxing career. Then my next career was going to be singing. And I did that from 19 to 22. Well, I had a lot of stage.
You had a lot of hits. You don't like the pop hits. I like the pop hits.
The stage things that I did were all musicals, and thank you for that. They were all successful. And I did in my hometown. That was the biggest thrill that I ever had because they were busing people in from a restaurant on the west side in Chicago called Hoagie's. And it was so strange to see a busload of people coming to see the Fantastics. And I saw another dear friend from 85th Street where I had my leg broken by 3 brothers. Thank you. I remember that. June of 49.
I never heard that story before.
And then I had, back in Chicago in the day, they had streetcars and they had tracks. Now, this leg is broken and the bone is out of the skin.
How did it get broken? Was there some kind of an altercation?
Yes, sort of. And we're bouncing in this. So
they're taking you for medical aid.
Yeah, when they put me in the ambulance, we had to go down, follow the streetcars, and then they took me to South Shore Hospital, and then because I was a minor, they couldn't do anything, and they had to wait for my mother. I told this story before.
You did tell this part of it,
yes. Of course, and they called Mom, and Mom said it was a fight, and the nurse said, yeah, I said, I'll be there tomorrow morning. I loved her. There was no one quite like her. So, having said that, I want to tell Monique, darling, I love you. Thank you for all the flowers. But, I'm coming to France. Don't bring all of your children here. It'd be hard on you, and I can't put two of them up in my house. My house won't accommodate that. So, you're going to have the 4 kids and you here. And so why don't you wait till I come to France? It'd be a lot easier on you, Monique. That would be my suggestion to you. And having said that, we can't forget to say to Dan, he says here, please say happy birthday to my wife, Patty. She turns 32 on January 28th. That's not quite right, but he put her real age there. Shame on you, Dan. You never tell a woman's real age.
Dan, really? No, it's 38.
It's 42. Anyway, so her name is Patty with the Y, not with an I. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? You don't want to do a little exercise? All right, Patty, here we go.
Here we go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patty. Happy birthday to you, Patty. And I hope you're on camera so you can see us singing right into the lens. Thank you for that, Dan and Patty. Happy birthday. What's the date?
Today is the 3rd.
Yes.
We do the show live, and that was the 28th. So we kind of were off, but pretty much right on that week. That's good. Also, we want to thank Barbara, also known as Pet, who sent us some breads to the CRN Broadcast Center.
Cool. And then we want to thank
Barbara.
Mary, who's one of the. Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overlap.
I just wanted to blow Barb a kiss.
Barb, yeah, I'll give you a kiss, baby, but I'm not. I ain't gonna blow it to you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hello. If you got a husband, tell him I'm kidding. I'm old. I'm teasing. But I still got a left hook. Anyway, having said that, there is a new me since I've gotten older and since I had an accident. And I've had 2 altercations in cars. And the first one I pulled over and I said, I'm sorry. And the guy said, oh, my goodness, I'll say a prayer for you. That was number 1. That was the guy I cut off. And then he came in front of me and kept hitting the brake, and I followed him. And then I had a recent one when I was waiting for my girls to do the dodgeball, and the guy a millimeter. I did not hit the car.
And I thought you hit the car, but
he did. And that didn't happen.
Yes.
And then 4 cops came out of the coffee shop, and he was just livid, and he's standing with his shoulders looking right at me. His hands are down.
Squared off right at you.
Yeah, and he wants to fight. And what you want to do, guys, if you're still in that kind of mood, you want to turn your body and cut down the area where they can hit.
Cut down
you
the
want
area.
to drop your chin.
Put the chin down.
And you want to keep your hands up.
Up.
But it occurred to me just for a moment, just for a slight moment, I thought to myself, good night. But, the new me took over, and a lot of yelling, and then he comes up when it's all over and said, I'm sorry. Hello.
There you go.
I like me now better.
You are. I don't know you from before. I think you were a lot of fun before as well, but
really, you want the lawsuits?
Those weren't fun.
Oh, please!
But I like you a lot now. Yes, I do.
You want the prosecutor trying to put you away for a few weeks?
No, I don't want that.
No, but
I do want everybody
that got punched, they had it coming. I'm sorry if you're listening to me. I'm sorry, but you know the truth. Let's hit those phone calls right after this commercial. You're up, Gary.
American icon Robert Conrad, the PM show on CRN.
That's Lauren Harper.
And that's Brett Chapin.
Join us February 27th for the debut of La La Land with